What I want to talk about in this video is the difference between cash value and death benefit, and also what happens to your cash value when you die in a permanent life insurance policy, specifically with a whole life insurance policy. So, the first thing I just want to talk about is a whole life insurance policy is very similar, functions very similar to a home. And I'll explain why in a couple minutes here. So, really, the first thing is when you have a policy, let's say you have a $500,000 death benefit on your whole life policy. I'll put DB for death benefit. And let's say over the years you build up $150,000 in cash value as well. My question to you is when you die with this policy, what's going to be paid out to your beneficiaries? Is it going to be the $500,000 death benefit? Is it going to be the $150,000 of cash value, or is it going to be the death benefit and the cash value? So the 500 and the 150, $650,000. Well, the answer to that is the death benefit is only going to be paid out to your beneficiaries. So you're not going to get the cash value. The insurance carrier is going to keep that. But that $150,000 when you pass away, that's blossomed or baked into the death benefit. And I'll give you an analogy using a house to really explain that because a lot of people get it confused. So I'll try to keep this in the screen here, but over on the right side, if I have a house that's worth $500,000 and I also have $150,000 of equity in that home, what happens when I sell that house for $500,000? Am I going to get the sale price of $500,000 and also the equity of $150,000 that I had in the home? Or am I only going to get the sale price? Well, obviously, it's the sale price. So it's the same thing with a life insurance policy. You don't get the death benefit, which is the same as the house, and you don't also get the equity that you built up in the policy, which is the cash value. So I hope that little analogy helps. And another thing I want to explain is let's say I built up 150,000 in my cash value. We'll use the same numbers and I wanted to cash out the policy early. So before the insured dies, so there's going to be no death benefit that pays out. Let's just say I decide to walk away from the policy. I want my cash value. Well, I could do that. I could walk away from the policy, get my $150,000 while I'm still alive. Now I'm going to lose the death benefit and all the other benefits with the policy. And that's very similar to if you sold your home. You're going to walk away with the cash, but you're obviously going to lose the home. You're not going to have the home anymore, which is the same as walking away or selling your insurance policy. You sell it, you cash it out for 150, but you're no longer going to have the life insurance policy itself and the benefits. So that's really what I wanted to cover in this video is just explaining what truly happens to your cash value when you pass away with a life insurance policy and how it functions very, very similar to selling a piece of property. Leave any comments below. If you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Leave a like if the video helped, share the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.